In my left hand, I have a pair of popular $60 Skechers Go Walk sneakers. The kind you're going to see at department stores or maybe even Costco sometimes. And in my right hand, I have a pair of $150 pair of the Hoka Arahi. Now that's a $90 difference. So here's the real question. Is that extra $90 protecting your knees and your balance? Or are you just paying for marketing? Because if you're over 60 and if your knees ache, if stairs make you a little nervous, and if balance isn't what it used to be, you don't have money or stability to waste. Today, we're finding out if more expensive means safer, or if you can confidently keep that $90 in your wallet. Now, I tested these side by side in 3 areas that actually matter: stability, pain relief, and durability. There's no hype here, and there's actually no brand loyalty. I bought these myself, so I got nothing free. So just the straight facts here. And by the end of this video, you'll know whether that extra $90 is worth it or not. I'm Mary Shoe with the Trusty Shoe Guides, and I've actually spent 40 years in the shoe business, and I've seen it again and again. The right shoes keep you active, confident, and saying yes to life, and the wrong ones do the opposite, quietly limiting how far and how often you move. That's why choosing the right shoes matters so much. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I help women over 50 find shoes that protect their joints and support their bodies to keep them walking strong. Let's get started. Okay, let's begin with the most important category: stability. And this is where seniors win or lose. Because if a shoe feels unstable, nothing else matters. Now, look at the Skechers Go Walk. When I press into the midsole, my finger sinks easily, and I can even bend it in half. And when I twist it, it bends with very little resistance. Soft seems like it should be good, but too soft can actually make you wobble. And wobble will create hesitation, and hesitation will actually change your gait, and that's where falls can start. Now, look at the Hoka Arahi. The foam is still cushioned, but it's structured. And when I try to bend and twist this one, it absolutely resists. With the Hoka Arahi, you'll get a wider base than the Skechers Go Walk, meaning more surface touching the ground. More ground contact equals more stability. It's not about hard versus soft, it's about control cushioning. So, in the stability category, this one, the Hoka Arahi, wins in my book. The Skechers Go Walk feels like walking on bubble wrap. Bubble wrap doesn't keep you upright, and if you shuffle or turn cautiously, or have ever had a near fall, structure matters more than squish. Now let's talk about pain relief. Now, most women watching this aren't buying shoes for fun. You're buying them because something hurts. Your heel, your arch, your knees, your back, or all 4 of these. Now, when you first step into both shoes, the difference is noticeable. The Hoka Arahi feels much more substantial. There is good cushioning, more structure, and more support under the arch and the heel. It feels like a performance shoe. Now, the Skechers feels soft, but it's surface softness and casual softness. If you're used to flat or unsupportive shoes, and I have some of those in my closet, this one is going to feel luxurious. But if you're used to real support and you're used to wearing shoes with good arch and heel support, you'll feel the difference immediately. Now, Hoka will feel engineered, and the Skechers is just going to feel padded. And they're not the same thing. Here's the problem. Memory foam, like Skechers uses, compresses, and then once flattened, the support is going to fade. So within a few months, you may be walking on foam that has already given up. Hoka, on the other hand, is going to use a higher rebound foam. Now, it compresses and then it springs back step after step. Now, the Arahi also has an internal frame. You can't see it here, but it reduces that side-to-side rolling. So when your foot rolls less, your plantar fascia and your ankles will strain less. And when your heel stays aligned, your knees absorb less stress. And when your feet stay aligned, your whole body follows. Over a full day of walking, that guidance really matters. So if you're dealing with plantar fasciitis, knee or back pain, long days on your feet, or late afternoon foot fatigue, Hoka will usually provide more consistent support. Now, take a look at the Skechers Go Walk. When I roll side to side, there was actually nothing holding my foot in line. My heel actually fell off the platform. Now, this would have never happened in the Hoka Arahi. And this matters. Now, if you're running quick errands, walking short distances, or you're mostly indoors, and you don't have any knee or balance concerns, the Skechers may be enough. But let me be clear, this is not a serious walking shoe or a shoe for women who have foot pain and need support and structure. So are you buying a comfy house shoe or a shoe you plan to take on a 2 or 3 mile walk? That difference decides the shoe. Now let's talk about where money really shows up. And that is in the durability of these two shoes. On the Skechers, you're going to see exposed foam like this. Now foam feels good, but it actually wears down very fast, especially if you walk daily. Now take a look at this Hoka shoe and you'll see more high density rubber. It's the black part here. And this is throughout the outsole. That rubber is built to handle pavement, repetition, and more miles. Now, Hoka is a running brand, and their outsoles are designed for impact over and over again because they're made for running. Now, high density rubber will equal more traction, better protection, and more longevity of the shoe. So foam outsoles like this one are going to flatten and you'll lose your grip sooner. And the Hoka Arahi upper is also uses an engineered mesh, and this one is going to hold its shape longer. The Skechers is a nice mesh, but it actually feels much thinner than this one, and it's going to break down sooner. So ask yourself, are you walking for exercise? If you're walking daily or a few times a week, you need structure that lasts. Soft foam alone is not enough support for consistent miles. So if you walk occasionally, you're walking very short distances, mostly indoors, Skechers may be just fine, but I wouldn't call this a long distance walking shoe. The cheaper shoe may not stay cheap, especially if your feet pay the price. Again, your lifestyle will decide. And one more thing, let's talk about laces. Now, the Hoka will use traditional laces. You can tighten it in the midfoot, it will lock down the heel, and you can adjust it if your foot swells. And more adjustability equals more security. Now the Skechers model, including this one, uses stretch or bungee laces. It's easy on, easy off. You've probably seen the Skechers commercials. If you have arthritis or don't want to bend down that much, that convenience really matters for some women. But you can't fine-tune the fit. There's just no adjusting here. So you're going to give up some control in this shoe. So do you need adjustability or slip-on convenience? Okay, one warning about the height. Now I want to warn you that Hokas definitely sit higher off the ground. I mean, take a look at this. You're much higher off the ground in this shoe. And the thick sole gives you cushion, but also raises your center of gravity. And for my seniors that shuffle or have neuropathy or already feel unsteady, that extra height plus this rocker bottom that they're kind of known for can increase your tripping risk, especially on uneven sidewalks and thick carpets, and if you're not used to thick shoes. This one could make you unstable. So a lower profile shoe may be safer. Now this one is definitely lower. Since it's less stable, you might want to consider a model like the Brooks Adrenaline. It can be a smart option. This one is going to be lower to the ground and it's still very stable. I'll link to all 3 of these shoes in the description below. Okay, my final verdict. So, is the $90 difference a scam? No, it's not a scam, but it's not automatic either. You're not paying for hype. What you're paying for is engineering. You're paying for more structured stability, more durable materials, longer lasting cushioning, and better motion control. Hoka is built for repetitive impact and performance. Skechers is built for mass market comfort. Different goals, different priorities. So here's a simple way to think about it. Hoka is for structured performance and longer walks. Skechers is for short errands and casual comfort. And if you want a performance engineering, but you want to be closer to the ground, because I know in my community you all are concerned about that, consider the Brooks. The Brooks Adrenaline. It's often a safer choice if you already feel unstable about falling. So ask yourself, if you walk daily, deal with knee pain, plantar fasciitis, and care about long-term support, Hoka may justify the extra $90. Now, if you mainly want comfort for errands, short walking distances, and you're on a really tight budget, and you don't struggle with balance or foot pain, Skechers can serve that purpose. So expensive doesn't automatically mean right. Cheap doesn't automatically mean wrong. The right shoe matches your body, matches your walking habits, and your risk level. Because at this stage in life, the goal isn't about walking on clouds. The goal is staying upright, and that's worth far more than $90. If you'd like even more on shoes and healthy aging, I actually have a newsletter for active women, and you'll find the link to sign up in the description below. It's packed with comfort tips, style advice, and practical insights into keeping you walking strong. And I would absolutely love to see you there. And don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. If you're getting value from this video, it would mean the world to me. Stay well, ladies, and I'll see you next time.